All right, I think we're live. She's penicillin penny. She's the queen of the Sunset Strip. Well, if she ever gives you any, you better see your doctor real quick. From the backseat of Cadillac cars to the floors of men's room bars, she's penicillin penny, and her future's written in the stars.
She sent us to the naughty corner. I just made a joke. She sent us to the naughty corner. Wasn't even woke.
Go to the naughty corner right. Where's my shoe? Go to the naughty corner right now.
Party in the naughty corner. It's the place to be. Party in the naughty corner. She threw away the key. Party in the naughty corner. We can never leave.
Laughing at me at the same time. What are you two laughing at? Because both of you can go to the naughty corner right now. There's room for both of you now.
Again to the naughty corner. I just called Will's name. Again to the naughty corner. I am not to blame.
Larry, go to the naughty.
Go to the naughty corner. I'm a rock screamed at me. Go to the naughty corner. Carrie laughed at me. Party in the naughty corner. It's the place to be. Party in the naughty corner. She threw away the key. Party in the naughty corner.
Go to the naughty corner right now. Right now.
Go to the naughty corner right now. Right now.
Good girl. Smile at the
Now.
fucking camera. Smile. Good girl. All right, now we can do this. Sheesh, it's like working with a bunch of animals over here. Some proper training. How you doing? What's going on?
Oh, you know, same old. Been packing. Tired of packing.
Packing.
Gotta pack it in. Back it in.
Back it up, back it up, back it up, back it up. My daddy taught me good.
But
So,
other than that, yeah, I don't know.
what you want to do for a thing?
Well, we're just gonna we'll go through the chat, but
Oh, that's a good idea. I like the way
yeah.
you think.
Yeah.
At least one of them blonde brain cells is running.
Just one.
So what are we doing
We're
with Scotty
gonna
Waddles
get
over here?
Scotty Waddles get them all. He gets the
Yeah.
whole kit and caboodle tonight.
All right, so that's let's do this correctly because they do have separate names, but Scotty Waddles gets the gold, people,
Scotty's dragon gets the silver.
and Scotty's monster gets the bronze. So thank you, Scotty, 3 times, even 4 because there's also Scotty Waddles monster also there. So that's fun.
Yeah.
You gotta enjoy that type of activity. We got
Right.
Flex. Welcome in, bud. Appreciate you
Welcome
coming through.
in.
Juggalasses.
Juggalasses. Welcome in.
Okay. Sounds sweet. Kind of like molasses with a juggalass.
Molasses. John D said hello, goodbye.
Yeah. Apparently he doesn't love me anymore. Maybe it's you he doesn't love anymore. I'm not sure which. Peace, Dynamo. What is up, girl? Welcome to the show. Appreciate it.
Yay! I'm so proud of you. You're learning. You said girl. Yes. I'm making an impression.
Is it up your boobs?
I mean, she has boobs.
Could I have an impression of them? What's up, Scully Pop? Welcome in. Good to see you, bud. Did we miss anybody? Not everybody. We got everybody. We got everybody. Who's missing? John's still here, but he's
John D came back.
He didn't come back. He went to you, girl.
Well, I mean, he knows where. I mean, you know what I'm saying?
No.
He's in the right chat. That's all.
Oh, Ben T's in the right chats, in my opinion. Yeah, impressions. That's what I want. Everybody else gets titty pics. I want like three-dimensional. Never mind.
Have a pillow. Made a pillow of her impression.
Yeah, like one of the waifu pillows, but
Yeah.
we're just gonna sit here and offend the chat for the rest of the night. We'll skip the whole show and just do this instead. We just
Sasquatch always goes head first. Yes.
yes. So what? What's your point? Damn right.
So what's on the agenda tonight?
Serial killers. So remember the discussion we had a year or so ago about
Did they take away the marshmallows? What? I mean, come on, that was a good one. I don't care what you
It was
said.
a little soft and fluffy.
Yes.
That was a good one. So these serial unaliver people, me and you had a conversation. What was it, Ladybird Lake or something like that? What's the name of that canal area?
Ladybird Lake, yes.
Yeah, okay. So we hypothesized that there might be a serial killer in that region that just hasn't been named by the police, right?
Right.
Well, I can't remember the name of the YouTube channel. Freaking huge, but these guys did a much better
Thanks, Peace Dynamo. Mr. Nikki, welcome in.
Impressions. Sweater puppies. Damn right.
A tri-state serial killer alert.
Yeah. Up in New England, there's
Oh yes, I did see something about
yeah.
that.
Okay,
yes.
all right. So this is the Law&Crime network. If we have a takedown that takes place, it will be this particular video because it's a little longer than I'm comfortable with, but we're gonna chop it up pretty heavy. So if y'all either get over it and die over it or something, I don't know what you're gonna be able to do. Damn it. I need to bring up my freaking live stream so that I can see it when they take us down. That's what I call preparedness,
Right.
and professional activities.
Golden bozos.
Golden bozos. Yeah, the golden bozos. I got you. Okay. Which button? Is that the button? Yay! I did it right the first time. How many M&Ms does it take to screw in a light bulb?
I don't know.
With the discovery of multiple dead bodies and human remains in various states in the New England area, it's got a lot of people wondering if they're not only connected, but could there be a serial killer on the loose? Authorities have suggested there's no evidence to believe that at this time, but what do the circumstances of these various incidents tell us? We're going to get into some of the details surrounding these 8 deaths. Welcome to Sidebar, presented by Law&Crime. I'm Jesse Weber.
These guys do excellent freaking crap when it comes down to breaking down specific.
Yeah, I like this guy.
These things. I kind of want to skip all of the intro.
Talk about and what are the similarities, what are the connections, what are the locations? I'm going to go for you in chronological order, okay? March 6th, the body of 35-year-old Paige Fannin from West Islip, New York,
All right.
was.
I want you to take a look at this woman and kind of sear in the general features. I'm not necessarily talking about one paste type, right? We're not doing a.
What about the drawn on eyebrows?
This is part of that teeth type. The point is, there's no face tackle. There's no visible tattoos. She does have slightly unnaturally colored hair, and she doesn't seem to be wearing a whole shit ton of makeup. But there's also the little eye curls at the end of the fucking things. So I'm just saying, there's a bit of a type there.
Recovered in the Norwalk River out in Connecticut by the Norwalk Police Department's scuba team and fire personnel. According to Norwalk Police Lieutenant Tomasz Podorski, the river was, quote, flowing rapidly due to the heavy rain overnight. And this is interesting. Apparently,
Okay. If them if them got a modern reboot, it would be called They Them.
Stop.
You'd have to wear these Elton John glasses to see who's actually male and who's actually female. Otherwise, it's all like an androgynous nightmare. There's something wrong with us. Maybe it's just me. Oh.
According to the Hour, police in nearby Wilton, Connecticut, about 8 miles away, they
I
have
mean, just pause it real quick. Dude.
authority.
I mean, look at that dude's forehead, man. Like,
It's a pie, man. Don't lie. You got 7 wrinkles in it. Why do you make me do this? Somebody look like somebody might have got a hold to him real hard one time.
and then what's up with those bangs, dude? Like, who's he waving to?
I think he looked like Frankenstein's monster. I gotta think he's got an Eddie Munster vibe. I'm thinking hair plugs. Just guessing. Asking for a friend, a Hebrew vampire. They, them.
Cheers, Queen Manic.
Rave glasses.
Asking if they could use their department's drone to help them locate a missing person, presumably Paige, who was last seen in that area March 5th. And
Angela
during this
G, welcome in.
investigation is
Space
when
tackle.
she was found. In fact,
Okay, smash
And-
your pass. Smash your
Smash.
pass.
Smash.
Double smash.
Oh yeah, I'll smash her with you.
Mm.
Pass her around like a doochie after a concert.
clothing and personal items were reportedly found near the bank of the river. A GoFundMe has been set up in Paige's memory. We're going to put it up here for you, and it reads in part, Paige has left behind 2 amazing parents, 2 sisters, and 1 brother, along with many more family members to mourn. If you had the honor of knowing Paige, you would know how deeply she cared for who she loved. Due to the loss of someone so young, no family is ever ready for something like this. With that being said, I ask whatever you can contribute to help, even if it's just spreading the word, would be of great appreciation from her loved ones.
That forehead definitely has its own zip code. Yes.
Yeah, you're gonna need long distance to be able to call across. I wonder if you get extra delivery fees if you sit on opposite sides of the table. Homie has got an entire idea in his head. He can think in Braille. It's okay, bro. We love you. We do. I don't even mess with people I don't like.
Oh
Next
my
up,
God.
also on March
Extra
6th,
postage.
we have currently unidentified
right.
human remains that were found
I wonder
by
if
a
his
hunter
idea is pay
in a
delivery
wooded
fees.
area near Route 3 in Plymouth, Massachusetts. So this is approximately
Cost
180
extra
miles
for the
away
Uber.
from Norwalk. When I
Change his
say
mind.
unidentified, I mean we don't know right now even the age or gender of this person. According to Boston 25 and Boston.com, a police report indicates that authorities found a
There
human
might be
skull
something wrong
with
with us.
nasal and jaw portions missing, and that this skull
He
was
can
found
smell
under
things 2
leaves.
minutes before
It
he
was
gets
reportedly,
there.
quote, green in color and appeared to be leathered.
All right,
This is
that's a
according to the police
participation
report
trophy,
from
bro.
Boston.com.
Take you a
And
lap.
also, Boston 25 reported that this sparked interest from the families of
It
2
looks like he
missing
ran into a thing of
men.
plexiglass
That
or
is
something. I mean, his
Into
nose.
a who to what?
I said it looks like he ran into like a wall or something. Like the front of his nose
Oh,
looks so
no, I'm fairly
smashed.
certain that's what we refer to as the high school nose job. If you're enough of a dick, they'll give it to you for free.
I like that one.
1920s wants his hairdo back. He obviously has a lot on his mind. Apparently, I thought I was the savage. You're being easy on him. Go hard.
Oh, okay.
Brittany McCormack, who disappeared in July of 2021, but nothing to indicate at this point that the remains belong to either woman, but you can understand how there might be some interest here. And also very interesting
John,
about
you're
this.
killing me.
Now we fast forward to March 19th. We go to Groton, Connecticut. This is about 80 miles east of Norwalk. And we have the remains of another unidentified person. However, authorities believe that this is a female. This is a woman between the ages of 40 and 60, with News 8 reporting that this person had light pigmented skin who may have also had Turner syndrome. And that's when female is born with one missing or partial X chromosome. And that can result in features like a short stature, a short wide neck, as well as a reduction in ovary functioning. And these remains were found in a suitcase near a cemetery. And then we go to the next day.
That's messed up. I mean, they took a perfectly good case study for a transgender circumstance and just killed him and stuck him in a suitcase. That's fucked up. It is. I'm sorry. It's just, I mean, okay, so you're living your life one day, and by the end of that day, somehow you've ended up dead and stuffed in a suitcase. That's nuts.
All packed up.
Oh my God.
20th. We're now in New Haven, Connecticut. So it's about 150 miles away from Plymouth.
Hello, Nikki.
50 miles from Groton and a little over 30 miles from Norwalk. According to police, this is where the remains of 59-year-old mother Denise Leary are discovered in a wooded area behind a house. And they were apparently.
All right, so I kind of have an issue with this one, right? There's none of the red flags the previous one had. She's well put together, but she's not like overly anything. The other chick was well put together, but not exactly overly anything. She had a nose ring. That was it.
I mean, those are two different people, if you ask me. Like two different. Yeah. Well, no. I meant this one and the previous girl.
But yeah, they are two different people. They're very different.
Oh my God. Yes.
But
that's what I was saying. I don't see.
Yeah, no, there's no similarities really, except for one thing, that they seem to be kind of a plain sort of individual, although not unattractive. Not a whole shit ton of makeup, not bright blue hair, no major face tackle, no visible tattoos, none of that stuff.
A trans that goes
and
by?
decay or decomposition. However, the Office of Chief Medical Examiner did confirm that the body was that.
Well, sure,
Denise.
but I mean,
according to WFSB, Denise had
thing.
been missing since September 20th, 2024, and had last been seen at her home and apparently had been suffering from paranoid schizophrenia. Mass Live reporting, though, that the investigation has not indicated this is a homicide. March 26, Foster, Rhode Island. So now we're almost 90 miles from New Haven, approximately 50 or so miles from Groton, and around 120 miles from Norwalk. Again, just for reference. This is where the body of 56-year-old Michelle Romano.
Is there any similarity between this victim and the other two?
I mean, no, not that I can.
The only thing that I can say is they are all, like I said, more or less.
What was the age? Do you remember the age?
They are in an age bracket with each other. That's one thing. But typically,
what about height?
The black lady was taller than either of the other two so far. I think she's the shortest. So there is a little bit of a gap, not a huge gap, but I think the only real similarity they hold is a sort of low maintenance, attractive look, right? Not a lot of makeup, not a lot of overdoing it. She's not out here in stiletto heels doing her thing and slay queen and all that stuff, right? This is a chick that'll drop nails right next to you. That's the one similarity that's a little on the nose, you know. Mm-hmm. It's like they're looking for people who are of a low risk personality.
People that you wouldn't, like, who would miss them kind of thing? Is that what you mean?
No, I'm saying that I don't see this chick dolling up and being at the club as a part of her like habitual life, right? Like it might be something she does every now and then, but you know, she strikes me as just on the surface, having no idea who the hell she is or nothing about her. This photograph, I just feel like she's not one of those bouncing party hoes. And so if this is a serial killer, this individual is hunting like healthy middle-aged women.
Tag, welcome in.
That could be an option. Scotty Waddles, their hygiene in general. And like I said, they're I mean, you see what I'm getting at. Like I said, no visible tattoos, no
Oklahoma.
Probably not a whole lot of drug use to speak of. You know, healthy people in general. I don't know.
Anna was found in a wooded area 8 months after she disappeared and was reported missing by a family member. And investigators confirmed they were looking into the, quote, suspicious circumstances surrounding her death, with WJAR reporting that authorities searched a home in Warwick, Rhode Island that was thought to be the last known address of Michelle. WPRI reporting that Michelle was considered by friends to be generous and a loving and devoted mother of two. A Facebook group had been set up for Michelle as well. There's a post from April 1st that reads in part, quote, yesterday.
So was that one, was that the same girl?
Yeah.
I mean, okay.
I mean, that's her, that earlier photograph was her, you know, younger. It's like fucking Polaroid or whatever.
Okay.
I would assume.
Well, there's a post from April 1st.
that reads, welcome in.
Yesterday, our family received the devastating
we got the Queen,
Michelle
Ashley.
has been found.
Queen.
We will never, ever
Ashley,
let Michelle be
talk
forgotten.
Is cheap.
And the post encourages anybody with information to reach out to the Rhode Island State Police. Hey, just want to give a shout out to Morgan & Morgan for stopping.
No, we're not. We're not doing that. They haven't given me a fucking dime. They fucking keep Call me. I'll put you out on my shit. I don't mind. Just not doing it till I get paid. I actually call her. It's her show. I think it is your show, right? So are we doing ads?
No.
Okay. That's how we do it. Hey, you can tell when the shirt changes. That's neat. Okay, cool.
Go to April 9th. Unidentified human remains were found in Killingly, Connecticut. So that's less than 10 miles from Foster, over 80 miles from New Haven, and a little over 40 miles from Groton. They were found, according to ABC6, on a dead-end road by a body of water. And then, the next day, April 10th, Framingham, Massachusetts, about 50 to 60 miles from Killingly, 60 or so miles from...
This is a highly mobile murderer, if it's a single individual.
Yeah.
I'd like to see them plotted on a map, though. I bet they're not actually that far apart from a central location somewhere, like New Haven, maybe. Anyway.
Foster and almost 100 miles from Groton. Firefighters find human remains near the Massachusetts Turnpike while fighting a brush fire. The district attorney's office indicating, quote, the preliminary information indicates that the remains may have been there for several months. And, quote, information gathered at the scene does not indicate foul play. According to Metro West Daily News, the remains were sent over to a forensic anthropologist at the office chief medical examiner. And by the way, I should tell you, after I conducted 2 interviews about this, and I'm going to play them for you in a minute, an 8th body was discovered. Real quick on that, according to the New York Post, this unidentified woman was found this week off of a bike path in Springfield, Massachusetts. No cause of death. New York Post saying the person was unresponsive, and authorities indicating they are working to confirm some more details about this. But here's the thing. Authorities generally have indicated that these investigations are ongoing and they haven't released details about the causes of death.
All right. So it would be difficult to draw any type of a parallel of any sort, you know, to try to start something of a profile on the individual if such a person exists, because of the disparity of their visual appearance, it would be difficult to try to attribute it all to one person. What's up, Brandon Mitchell? Welcome in. Oklahoma.
Mitchell,
Good to see you.
in.
You get what I'm saying? Like trying to do the whole stringing it all together into a single narrative where a single person or a couple of people could have accomplished all of this is going to require placing a dot on a map somewhere where this individual functions.
Right. Yeah.
And so far we've got 140 miles body dump location, and it's all over the New England area there. So it's going to be a difficult poke, if you get what I'm saying.
Asserted there doesn't seem to be a link to all of these deaths. For example, the Connecticut State Police released a statement to People magazine, after the remains were found in Killingly that, quote, "This investigation is in the early stages, remains active and ongoing, and there's no information at this time suggesting any connection to similar remains discoveries actively under investigation by CSP or other Connecticut law enforcement agencies." And the statement also said there is no known threat to the public at this time. Groton, Connecticut Police issued a statement that said, in part, regarding references circulating on social media about incidents in the state of Rhode Island, we currently have no information connecting those events to any of the incidents in Groton.
I don't mind if you mod or troll, but do so efficiently. Thank you, Brandon. I appreciate it, brother. I'm not sure what Scully Pop's got going on over, but I appreciate every single little pink alligator mouth out there. But they're turning all the frogs gay.
Police Chief Louis Fazaro told WTNH on April 11th, "I would tell people, don't rush to judgment." In relation to this 8th body, Springfield Police Department spokesperson Ryan Welsh also indicated there's no evidence at this time to suggest that the body is connected to any of the other deaths or other human remains that were found. But what have we seen? A lot of online chatter about a possible serial killer in New England. In fact, there are Facebook groups that have been set up to address this.
Eggsy, welcome in.
As there, we got Eggsy, Trick Jedi. What's up, bruh? So what do you reckon? Have we got an unsub?
For sure.
Okay. And given the breadth of the victims, what are they?
I don't know.
You don't know? No clue? No. So it's an individual, right, who lives in somewhere in New England, in that area, probably within 90 miles of every single one of the places. So we're talking, I don't know, I'd really like to see the map. I think there's a map later. We'll wait till we see the map.
New England SK that has almost 16
victims. Yes. I mean,
another has almost 65,000 members. And while, of course, public vigilance and discourse and information is very important, particularly details, these are active investigations. Obviously, there's also a concern about whether this could lead to false leads or false reports or anything that could hinder or affect or impede an investigation. So what do we make of all this, right? Well, I'll tell you what, I conducted 2 interviews on this case. Again, this is before the discovery of this 8th body. Just keep that in mind. I'm going to play both of them for you right now. First up, we have Luke Hajdasz, New London, Connecticut Bureau Chief from WFSB-TV 3.
Tell you what, I don't think so.
I gotta bounce. Thanks a lot for proving just how ugly and immature you are. It's been real. And just so you know, I don't really care about your problems.
Just so everybody's clear where we stand.
And he provided some information about what we know, what we don't know. But what he really did, something in particular, he provided one really interesting update regarding a suspicious person. Luke, thanks so much for coming on. I know you've been following this case or series of cases. We'll talk about if there's any connections. But the first thing you told me about is the geography and how we might think one law enforcement agency is connected to another, but it's really not. Can you correct the record when it comes to Groton?
You know, they used to tell you when people shared. For some reason, they don't tell me anymore. Oh, you should be a little window light pop up, so shared.
Yeah, it's under mentions.
Well, no, used to when you'd be live, if someone shared your live stream through the YouTube app specifically, a little thing would pop up in the corner of the window and be like, so and so shared your live stream. And that went away, and I haven't seen it in a couple of years now, and I always wondered why that went away. It was one of the cooler features of YouTube that didn't break anything. But yeah, I appreciate it, journals. Welcome in. Have fun. Sit back, take shoes off, smoke you a big fat stogie. Get you some bourbon, some tea, and beautiful woman to rub your feet. 17 virgins, whatever you like.
It's confusing. So even people here get confused. There's Groton City and there's Groton Town. 2 different police departments, 2 different governments altogether. So Groton City is the one that had that big investigation of that condo last week. Groton City is the one that had the remains found at the cemetery last month. Groton Town is the one that we talked to who said, hey, we're not getting any indication that all these calls that we've been getting and everything is all connected. So it's 2 different separate investigating agencies.
From your reporting, have you seen any connections? Has any member of the various law enforcement agencies, have they said there's any connections? Talk to me about what you're learning.
Not yet. I mean, it's easy to jump to conclusions.
All right. A secondary Craigslist killer. Hear me out. These are women who are chronically online. They enjoy the whole 9 yards of the Tinder life without actually having to have the connections to men. And this dude is one of the attractive men, and he shows up, takes them on a date, and never see daylight again, end up in a suitcase under an overpass next to a body of water with a smiley face painted nearby.
Stop.
A little chill. You know why I don't like working cases that are open, right?
Yes, I know.
You know why?
What?
Because I do shit like this. I'll spitball a possibility, and 8 months from now, a year from now, 2 years from now, the fucking cops will show up and like, hey, dude, how the fuck do you know about this shit? It's just a guess, dude. Back off.
John Smith, welcome in.
John's a van. What's up, John Smith? Ben T says he dropped.
They're just plain Jane Lemon, it seems.
Yeah, just normal folk.
I mean, there's nothing,
You see
nothing specific, yeah.
Posts online. A lot of people think there is, but nobody's called me. Nobody has told me anything that makes me think personally that there is any connection. Law enforcement says, listen, we're all investigating all of these. Remains cases take a really long time to investigate, especially if you don't know who the person is. The one over in New Haven, we just learned yesterday, they don't think it's a homicide. So it takes a while to go through.
I'm curious about this. What
is that?
What is that?
Is that a magic bulb? I'm magic. What is it? It said bulb, but that doesn't sound right.
Like a crystal ball?
Yeah.
Hmm.
Are those fingers underneath it, and then the white things are like
Those
the
are
magic?
fingers, aren't they? So
yeah. So they're so it's hold up. So it's wait, like that or something.
First of all, my balls are bigger.
Through these things because those ones a while back. So as the pieces all come together, we'll learn more. But right now, I'm not seeing anything.
I'm glad you mentioned that because we can't automatically assume these are all homicides.
Arkansas, welcome in.
Manners of death that are at play here. Have you learned
Welcome to the show,
anything
Snarky.
About causes of death with respect to any of the bodies?
All right.
Well, look, Brandon Mitchell made a bigger one.
All right, hold on. I know you're trying. What's up, Northwest 425? She says, fucking wizard. Bug.
Lady Bug.
Lady Bigfoot. Lady Bigfoot.
I don't know.
Bigfoot. Lady Footprints. Lady Bug.
Northwest, welcome in.
God, she's so twisted.
I want you to put your old name back. Northwest. I don't like that name.
Yeah.
I don't like it.
Here in Connecticut,
Hate
New
more,
Haven,
bitch.
yesterday I just checked in with them. They said no indication that it's homicide. They're still working on it. Danielson and Groton, they haven't even identified these people yet. So we haven't even gotten anything back from the chief medical examiner's office, never mind police, about what.
She's a lady Sasquatch.
To remains to
She's a lady Sasquatch. Something.
She's a lady. I don't get it.
I just don't like change, Northwest. That's all. But
Yes,
it's great for you and your channel. See, I think she is telling me I got it right.
Okay.
I'm the ladybug. You're the sass. Yeah.
Okay, I got you. Love you.
They might
I know.
Regarding, they might not know.
It's the first time I'm being vocal.
Apologists on this, but any idea about when we might have more information about the identities of those remains?
Good question. I mean, it takes weeks, especially if they don't know who these people are. So right now in Groton, at least that's the one I'm most familiar with, they're asking for the public's help just to find out who this woman is. Never mind, cause or anything like that. So weeks at least.
For the families of those who have been affected by this, because we do know the identities of some of these bodies, have you had an opportunity to speak to the families? Do you know how the families are doing? And overall, let me just ask you, the community in general, how are they reacting to all this?
Yeah, I mean, here in Connecticut, we haven't spoken to family because most of them are unidentified. I know most of the identified ones have been over in other states, Rhode Island specifically. But really, everybody's asking the same question that you are right out of the gates here is, are these all connected? Do we need to be worried? And again, right now, all indication is no from police.
You better shut your mouth, Brandon.
It plays out to be in the end.
Your ass in time. Go to the naughty corner.
As of right now,
naughty corner.
Naughty corner. It's Bernie Sanders, is it? I don't think so. Bernie Sanders. he's the killer. He's literally taking out the millionaires himself.
Everybody's really just asking those same questions. Is this connected? Do I need to be worried? No one knows.
And is it talking about it or concerned?
Oh, all the time. There's Facebook groups that are growing to the zenith of the universe. New members all the time. People posting every body that's found in a river, body found in an apartment complex, all across New England. Half of them turn out to be suicides.
Like you put it in his head, Brandon. Now I have to sit for the rest of the show on guard, right? So I'm watching the door.
Well, you need to turn on your camera.
No.
You need to turn on your camera. Tell everybody. Hold on. Everybody.
Look, see already. I'm not.
I know. But we want to see the look on your face when he tags your ass. Because he's going to text me right before he does it. And I'm going to do it big like this. Don't test me.
Oh, Oklahoma needs some love. I'll put you in the naughty corner.
Nice.
Explained well. Whether or not they're all connected again, who knows?
These areas in Connecticut that we're talking about, have you ever seen other bodies, other remains being found in those areas? Because one of the things I interviewed another guest about this, and I was wondering, could this all be connected, or are the locations that we're looking at, unfortunately, are these remote, abandoned, or specific areas where over time, this is where people have buried bodies or disposed of evidence or disposed of remains. What can you tell us about those locations in Connecticut?
The one up in Danielson, Northeast Connecticut, a wooded area in a neighborhood towards the end of a street, lots of woods around it. Kind of seems like the place you would want to dump a body if you needed to. In Groton, it was right on a main road, Mitchell Street, right at the start of a cemetery. There's a large opening to the cemetery that people drive through to get in, and it was found to the left of that, right near the front of the road, right across the street from Cumberland Farms, right
This
across
is too much cereal for me. I want the marshmallows.
right in the
Too much.
Go a little faster.
You want more marshmallows? There
More
are no marshmallows in here. Go faster. I don't know what to tell you. All he likes the sound of his own voice.
neighbor saying, "Hey, did you see anything?"
Jesus, he's still talking. All right, it's chipmunk time.
They said, "Oh yeah, there was a truck here."
Oh my God, it's worse.
Yesterday afternoon, and we weren't really sure what they were doing. And then that really sparked the storm of everybody speculating.
Now, Luke, while I have you here, I
wonder if I
could
get him to read some Byron.
Can you tell us a little bit more about that?
The Bluff Point State Park post goes online like wildfire, spreading all the Facebook groups about a guy who says he was hiking. He sees kind of a suspicious man behind him. He's got his hood up. It's kind of a rainy, dreary day. And he's just chasing after the guy who makes the post, he says. He makes it back to his car. He says the suspect had a switchblade. He says he's able to get away. He calls Groton Police. Groton Police say, "Hey, listen, that's a state park. It's technically the jurisdiction of ENCON, which is Environmental Connection, or Connecticut State Police. You got to talk to them." We did get a copy of that call. And in the call that he makes to Groton Police, he never mentions.
What is that?
I was about to ask you to pull it up because I didn't know.
It's
the coffee in the mouth. Someone drinking
coffee in the mouth thing.
Something like that.
He's saying he wants an open mouth bukkake. I'm good.
Switchblade on it like he does online. So they're still looking for this suspicious person. The suspicious person was never caught. Whether or not that has anything to do with it, a lot of people speculate as well, but no indication of that quite yet either.
The suspicious person is being suspicious.
Another eerie detail in what is an eerie series of events. We're going to keep a careful eye on it. I know Luke is as well. Luke, if everybody wants to follow your reporting on this, or just
it's so savage. Like, this is a hate crime. I'm trying to be serious over here. Having a serious conversation about a guy with a huge forehead. I mean, with two guys with huge foreheads.
I mean, yeah.
And y'all aren't permitting it. You're all savages.
I mean, I can't say nothing. I got a cricket ass nose, or a witch's nose, but yeah.
Just your reporting in general, where can they find you?
Yeah, Luke Hajdasz TV, Facebook, Twitter, all those fun places, WFSB.com. Have at it.
Luke, thank you so much. It was good seeing you.
Thanks, you too.
Okay, next up, I spoke with Dr. Peter Valentin, who's an associate professor and chair of the Forensic Science Department.
All right, see, I'll get the idea, and I'm not doing any more of this now.
At any given time in the United States, it's estimated by professionals.
Fix it, stop it. Yeah, that's right. Do what I say, girl. Slow it on down. Yeah, good girl. All right, so there's a handful of other supposed serial killers operating in the United States currently. What?
He said Peter. You said Peter.
He said Peter.
He said Peter.
Piper picked a peck of pickled peppers. Every peck's a pickled peppers. Peter Piper picked.
That there are between 25 to 50 active serial killers. Now, by active, this basically just means that they haven't been caught yet, but they are believed to still be at large and very likely to offend again. Today, we're talking about 3 separate cases, and unfortunately—
Hold up. Is that a ad hominem or ad hominem? Are you going to be talking about the fact that I'm an upright walking ape, or are you going to attack my culture and heritage? Which one's it going to be, dude? I'm so nervous. I'm just on the edge of my seat. Patriot Government TV. Welcome in. We're looking for this guy. We don't know why.
Fortunately, the culprits are still out there.
Out there.
Hello, friend. Welcome to
High Time. Ladies, gotta ask you. You know the rules. You know the rules. Skadoosh.
Hello, friend.
Smash your password.
No, I couldn't. It would be a
okay,
pass.
So do we have any red flags?
He has no shoulders, dude. Like, where are his shoulders? For real. It's just the slope. There's not what the hell's going on, bro?
All right. Anything about his face?
No, I mean his cute. No, like if I could take him from the neck up, it'd be total smash. But I have to pass from the neck down. I'm
It's
just
like
saying.
you missed chest day.
I don't know.
Bro, gym. Hit the gym. You'll be a total tasty cake if you just go to the gym 3 times a week. Tasty cake.
Friend, welcome to High Time Crime. My name's Joel, and on here I specialize in true crime and also
Red flag. Do you see those eyebrows? Those things are traveling of their own accord. We're gonna have to put a freaking GPS tracker on those things. It's gonna sneak up behind me and stab me. I'm getting a little worried. This guy creeps me out.
Training for the Cat Olympics.
Too much hair. Yeah, I'm not. Yeah, I agree.
But
more red flags.
I don't want the guy to have prettier hair than I do.
All right, we have a flamingo tattoo, a 4-leaf clover, an anime kitty.
Did you really just bend over sideways in your chair to look at his arm? That was so hilarious.
I just wanted to make sure it was a flamingo.
But anyways, today we're going over 3 active serial killers in the United States and specifically what they did.
He has no shoulder.
Number 1,
Nose fishing
Kauai
tackle.
serial killer.
All right.
Between April to August of 2000, a serial killer.
So you remember Steve Harloa?
Yes.
We kind of stumbled into this suspected serial killer in the after show when we did his interview. We were discussing all kinds of different stuff, and I mentioned something about there being, a hypothetical serial killer. And pardon me. And the freaking North Atlanta area up there. And he was like, oh yeah, no, there's one over here in Kauai. He's like, I guarantee there's a serial killer over there. He's like, is all of these people turn up missing and they're found like stuck in holes and stuff? And I'm like, what? Apparently there's a lot of like lava tubes over there or something. He's got a type, right?
Was running rampant on the island of Kauai, and it all started on April 7th of 2000. Lisa Bissell was 38 years old, and genuinely there's not much information out there about her. She lived in Hanapepe, which is a small town on the west side of Kauai. What Lisa did for a living is unknown. The only thing that I could really find out about her was that at some point, several months prior, she confided in an unnamed friend about someone who was threatening her, and she said that the person possibly was somehow linked to the Kauai Police Department. But on Friday, April 7th of 2000, something happened, and it's not stated what. Most likely, Lisa was walking along a road in Waimea, which is a town that's about 10 miles away from Polihale State Park, which is a remote beach that's on Kauai's west coast, and it's known for its scenic views. But Lisa would have been walking during the day. Next, somebody abducted her, and this is believed to be the case because a bunch of her stuff was found on the road. Later in the day,
like snatched her ass up like freaking aliens. That's rough. That would imply 2 people, not 1. I mean, believe it or not, you ever tried to get a 4-year-old in the bathtub and they don't want to get in?
Yes.
Right? I mean, can you imagine trying to get a grown-ass woman into a van that don't want to get in? I mean,
right.
It implies 2 people, or that they clocked her over the head, something like that.
At about 2 to 6 p.m., Lisa's body was found in a ditch near Polihale State Park. She was assaulted, beaten, stabbed multiple times, and also had her throat slit. After this happened, police took DNA evidence, but not long after this, something else would happen. On May 22nd.
That's one of the things that Steve Harloa does. He goes around and basically documents the, most of them are local Hawaiians. I mean, you'd expect there to be like a huge homeless population of people who like flew out there with no way back. But that doesn't seem to be the case. There's a lot of local Hawaiians. They make these little enclaves in basically the edges of what's essentially a state park, and because they are Native Hawaiians, the State Park Service really can't do a whole lot about them being there. And so he's got a bunch of videos about it. It's actually a really cool channel. Check it out. Steve Harloha. Joko, what is up, brother, man?
2nd of 2000, a 53-year-old caretaker named Nancy Jones was doing yard work at her client's home in Keikaha. This isn't very far from Waimea and Polihale State Park. But all of a sudden, a guy approached Nancy.
Dude, I got to be honest. I'm really, really loving these names. Glad I didn't have to read this script because, bruh.
While she was doing the yard work, and he introduced himself as John and being homeless. John is described as being a male, about 5'10" to 6 foot tall, and around 185 to 200 pounds with brown hair. At first, this man...
You just described 85% of the population.
Right?
From 5'10" to 6 foot. That's the sweet spot, baby.
Appeared friendly, but that was quickly going to change. After saying he was homeless, Nancy basically told him about a homeless shelter,
John,
and then she turned her back on him. This guy then attacked Nancy. He picked her up and took her to her backyard, and then attempted to take advantage of her. He stabbed her a few times and hit her multiple times. When he stabbed her, though...
So, stabbing and beating someone isn't taking advantage? Okay. All right. Sure. You're looking in your mirror, but I'm in your window.
The knife bent, and so he cursed and then threw it in some bushes. Luckily, because of this, Nancy managed to survive and also fight back, though she suffered stab wounds and a broken arm. It took her about 3 hours to crawl just a few yards away to call for some help. This attacker then fled the scene, and unfortunately, no witnesses saw anything. Eventually, the police would arrive.
I want to thank the gentleman in this video for straightening the lines out on his shirt. That shit was driving me absolutely fucking batshit. My autism was going off the rails. My OCD was really giving my intrusive thoughts. They were winning.
Desert Goat, hello.
Desert Goat, my brother.
Nancy would go to the hospital to receive medical treatment. And that actually brings me to a little story. At the beginning of last year, out of the blue, literally like the first day or so of January, I was stretching in the morning, and I don't know what happened, but my right arm did not like the position it went in. After I put my arm down, I had a very sharp...
What just happened? Is he fixing to explain how he's a victim of gravity? Dude, Jim, immediately. Jim, first of all, put down that soy shake, right? Knock that fucking dust off your damn lip. Okay, go get you something of a tie back, a man bun. Work with that, right? Get somebody to thread those eyebrows a little bit and try to tack them down somewhere this side of the hemisphere. Jim, protein, Jim.
Pain that came from my bicep, and over the day, it got worse. And then it went all the way to my hand. The next day, it just got even worse. And so I just...
I'm so confused. Like,
nope. Just enjoy it. Feel it.
Fab Daddy, welcome in.
Marinate in the complete lack of knowing what the fuck is going on. Just things are so easy right now. I have no expectations. It's probably a stroke. He's gonna die.
Decided that I needed to go see a chiropractor. So I tried to find one that was close to me and took my insurance. And just looking it up didn't help too much. It was messy to look at, and I needed to be seen as...
How did we get into this story is where I'm lost.
I'm trying to tell you, it doesn't matter. We are going on a journey with this gentleman. He didn't ask if we wanted to go, but we're on the way. We're already in the car traveling.
Scotty Waddles, that's what I was thinking too. I mean, masturbation elbow.
I'm saying,
what's going on here?
This is him claiming victimization by gravity. That's what I think.
Thankfully, though, this was all made easy with the sponsor of today's video.
Here we go.
I got you. Peace,
all right.
Okay.
I gotta give you a little bit of credit on that, but no,
she called it out. Like, I didn't understand her comment, but she called it. She told us.
Peace Dynamo. Gonna sell us a website.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah. But she said it earlier in chat, but I was like, what?
Hey, look, we get a little jump ahead button. Wait, was that half the fucking video? No way. No way. I bumped something wrong. Oh.
Okay, you have got me so fucked up in this little clip right here. Like, if you have two options.
I told you we got to go on the journey with you, man. I'm sure he's going
to start it over or skip. I mean, because I'm so lost, dude.
Active serial killers in Hawaii.
Stopped hurting.
That's where I thought we were at. But
now on ZocDoc, you can filter for doctor requests. See they're available. You don't even have to too fast. Tip day. Find a doctor that find ZocDoc. While Nancy, what happened? Her description of the suspect, which I mentioned earlier, helped police to create this police sketch. The police also collected DNA.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, this is what you're looking for. Boone Hour with drug problem. How can you be fat and hollow-eyed at the same time? It kind of looks like the Shroud of Turin if it was a crackhead. I don't like it. I don't like nothing about it. This has that uncanny valley feel to it. I feel like it's looking straight into my soul and wants to kill me.
DNA evidence.
Find me this artist immediately.
A few months later, the suspect would strike again. Born around 1957, Duran R. Singer was a 43-year-old Maui resident, and she was a spiritual soul who cherished nature. She collected shells for leis, and she played the tambura as a Krishna devotee. Her friends Teje Coelar and...
What is a tambura?
I don't know.
I don't either. It's probably a tambourine, right?
Look,
she looks like a tambourine type. Hell of a drug.
Rosal Lozano described her as a caring, spiritual woman who loved Maui's outdoor treats and Kauai's beaches. On August 29th of 2000, Duran was camping alone at Pakala Point Beach, Kauai, after staying at Anini Beach. Around 2 p.m. to 8 p.m., an unknown male approached.
Peace Dynamo's savage.
I was thinking that too.
I mean, it's like that Sandra Bullock question.
It's that chin, man. That chin.
Right.
That chin just makes me go, things that make you go,
Approached her and most likely did exactly what we mentioned with Nancy. He introduced himself nicely, but then struck. This guy attacked Duran and took advantage of her, eventually killing her with a knife. Her body was found the next day at noon on August 30th of 2000, and there was still cash near her campsite, indicating that this wasn't a robbery. Over 500 people attended her September 2000 memorial, and she was really a beloved woman. By Friday, September 1st of 2000, all of these attacks were linked together.
I see it. Yeah.
The eyebrows.
The eyebrows, yeah.
Them motherfuckers need a long-distance plan to communicate with each other. I wonder if they got to pay delivery fees to get in contact with one another. Jesus Christ. Why do they move around so much? I don't trust them.
No.
By DNA evidence, and newspaper reports were put out that a serial killer was on the loose. All of the victims were Caucasian women between 5'2" and 5'5", weighing around.
Hold on. Is it just me, or does occasionally he go slow-mo? No, it's at the right speed. Just every now and then it looks like he goes slow-mo to me, like he slowed it down.
100 to 130 pounds. One of the women was also half Asian. By this point, police had questioned 6 suspects, but no arrests were made. A $10,000 reward was put out for anyone with any knowledge about who could have been the culprit. And
do what?
It's just cheesy.
Cheesy. A piece of like a hunker. You hanker for a hunk of cheese.
Hunker, burning low.
And the FBI also got involved.
No.
Another woman police believe may have had the same fate was named Melanie Ray Summer, and she fit the profile. Melanie was 49 years old, 5'3", and weighed about 100 pounds or so. She was reported missing by a friend.
Sean did a call against some participation trophy. Since his eyebrows are arrows, he went that way.
After failing to return from the Coquet Mountain area, and it was found that she actually had car trouble and was stuck on a dirt road. Melanie tried to get help from a local residence, and they referred her to another neighbor. Melanie would actually stay the night at that neighbor's home, and then she left the next morning. After this, she was never seen from or heard from again. What happened to her isn't known, but it's likely that she met the same fate.
Right there. Did you hear it? Is likely.
No,
Tell him he is slowing down specific bits of this video to pad the runtime. I guarantee it.
Her name. After this, she was never seen from or heard from again. What happened to her isn't known, but it's likely that she met the same fate. The police also looked into a string of murders that happened between 1985 to 1986, where 5 women, ages 15 to 36, were murdered. A suspect was arrested and the murder stopped, but due to not having enough evidence, they were released. The closest that the police came to a prime suspect, though, is a guy named Waldorf Roy Wilson. Suspect, though, is a guy named Waldorf Roy Wilson.
Motherfucker look like a pinhead from the circus. All he needs a red nose and a little horn to go, wonka, wonka.
Waldorf Wally Roy Wilson was a convicted offender and the main suspect in this case. He was born.
That's a good point. Let's do that. Oh my God, I'm such a moron. I should have done this so terrible long ago. Skadoosh.
In about 1950 and was about 5'11". He weighed around 175 to 185 pounds, and he had brown hair and tattoos.
Is this asshole extending his freaking videos by 25% by playing it at 75 speed?
Maybe.
What a dork.
Very similar to what the description that was given of the culprit was. But in 1983, in Oahu, Wilson was convicted of first-degree abuse and kidnapping. He served 16 years in prison and was released on January 9th of 1999, and then the next year, in January of 2000, he moved to Kauai, and this made him one of 70 registered offenders that lived there, and this prioritized him for police questioning. On September 12th of 2000, Wilson violated his parole and was arrested and sent to prison. After this, the attacks ceased. By the next day, information
A clue.
Wilson's name got out to the public. Apparently, Wilson's girlfriend stated that on the nights of the attacks, he was nowhere to be found. Now, in late 2000, Nancy Jones, the lady who was attacked, was shown the police.
Yeah, no, this little fucking bastard. I don't know. Me and you. He has he's slowing down his videos from bad runtime.
Lineup that included Wilson in it, but
she didn't
identify him. I believe she stated that she was afraid she was going to be hurt if she did identify someone. DNA evidence was also taken from Wilson, but the results were inconclusive and lacked a definitive match. By February 28th of 2002, Wilson was paroled again, but then he got sent back to prison again on June 15th of 2002 for violating probation. This time, he failed a polygraph test. He eventually was released and moved to Oahu. Wilson on September 11th of 2002.
Okay, it's not consistent. Basically, he slows down the very beginning of a clip and then lets it run normal speed through the middle and then slows down the very end.
filed a defamation lawsuit against the KPD, Honolulu Magazine, the Garden Island, and a few other news outlets claiming they falsely named him as the serial killer and that the KPD coerced him into a polygraph test. By 2009, this lawsuit was dismissed by the Hawaii Supreme Court, and by 2010, Wilson moved back to Kauai. Whoever it is, someone is responsible for the murders of those two innocent women, the brutal attack on another innocent woman. Hopefully one day this case can be solved.
Yeah.
Number 2, the Boca Raton mall killer. In the year 2007, from March to December, a killer was lurking in Boca Raton, ready to strike at any moment. It all started...
Well, that's creepy.
Okay, we can next. We're gonna unalive this video.
I was strongly considering divorce, and I want to talk to you about why.
Yep, I'm her husband. I'm a pretty lucky guy. I got a lady who cares enough about me that she airs her criticisms out to over 100 people.
Welcome in.
How do you feel about her telling the world that she was considering divorcing you?
Yeah, I found out about that one when I watched the video. You know, I think it was very brave of her to talk to the world about my faults and none of her own, rather than just wasting time talking to me about them inside the container of our marriage. Where, quite honestly, I probably just messed
So do you want to introduce us to
All right.
the next video?
No, you hit the next button. The next button was hit. You hit it. I heard you hit it. You said the word next out loud.
No, I know, but like you skipped your introduction to what we're gonna watch.
Yeah. So this is the unlucky husband of the viral worst wife ever.
Viral, but worst wife?
She did everything he's telling you about. This is Awaken with JP. Like, comment, and subscribe, folks. You can find all the links in the description if she didn't, blow that off. But
I copy and pasted.
Good girl. What's up, Just Becca? Welcome in. Fab Daddy 44. Appreciate you coming through, brother. You could come like my shit, not just hers.
Serial is hiding in plain sight.
Yeah. This is the killer. Just listen.
I've been with my husband for almost 20 years, but about 3 years ago, I was strongly considering.
Right, I'm not going to be able to tolerate her at 1.25 speed. If she's already annoying enough, I'm going to try to mitigate that. So I kind of want to slow her down just because no one else has the power to.
Bring divorce, and I want to talk to you about why.
Yep, I'm her husband. I'm a pretty lucky guy. I got a lady who cares enough about me that she airs her criticisms out to over 100 million people on the internet.
How do you feel about her telling the world that she was
So they're still married?
Yeah, I found out.
So this guy does these skits, and the skit is based off of what he believes that husband must actually be like, right? This is not actually her husband. This is a guy doing
Okay.
it. Okay. He does all kinds of wild stuff. He's got a great channel. I love it.
About that one when I watched the video. You know, I think it was very brave of her to talk to the world about my faults and none of her own, rather than just wasting time talking to me about them inside the container of our marriage. Where, quite honestly, I probably just messed things up by having a voice. Yeah, she doesn't like that.
And on paper, I have an amazing husband. He is incredibly supportive. He's kind. He's loyal. He's a great dad. He's very hands-on. He's an active participant. He's always present. Like, on paper, what else could I ask for?
I don't know.
What's the problem?
I don't know.
I'm going to guess that she wants more.
Well, obviously,
it turns out that off paper, she can demand a lot more, or she likes to call it ask for a lot more.
Every night, when we cook dinner, you ask me what to make. Every day, when you drop off the kids at daycare, you ask me what they need in their backpacks. I am the project manager of this home, and I need you to do more.
Dude, is she being serious?
Wow. Boy, I called that one out. It was like Babe Ruth aiming for the fences. More. More? More! Gorlock the Destroyer.
see, I was more disturbed with her saying the paper, right? Perfect on paper bit than I am with what she just said. But again, we don't have both sides, right? I mean,
I mean, things that had to have happened, you know, conversations that should have taken place inside the container.
absolutely. I agree.
Okay.
Yes.
Bad for taking advantage of her. After a full day of work, when I cook dinner, sometimes I would make the mistake of asking her what to cook. Or before I take kids to daycare in the morning, before I go to work, I would ask, well, should I pack them? And that puts a lot of burden on her while I'm handling everything. It's really all in the caption of her video. A woman's love language is not having to ask. Brilliant.
Did you know that's actually not one of the love languages? It's childish and unrealistic.
No, she decided that we decided she shouldn't have to.
She decided that we decided. The poor guy.
So, full disclosure, there's not a whole lot in the world that I really care about, right? Quite often I find myself sitting around not giving a shit about all sorts of things. And so when a problem comes up, I look over at my wife and go, is that something we're caring about? Dear God, Sasquatch, of course it is. Oh, so why don't we just solve that problem? How? What, are we just supposed to fix it? Yeah. Okay. And then we fix it. And I don't have to worry about those problems anymore.
Right.
Amazing technique. I call it adulting. It's a brand new wave brought across the nation right now. You too can join the adulting trend. You actually succeed at doing a few things in your life every day.
To ask, I should just know. And having to always guess exactly what she wants or she'll divorce me has me in a constant stress response. I feel frantic all the time. Manically always just doing everything I possibly can, hoping it's right. And she tells me that's good for our relationship because it shows I care.
And there was this one morning where I woke up and I went to put something in the trash and it was overflowing. And I went to get my son's water bottle and it was in the dishwasher with all the other clean dishes. And I felt so disrespected and unseen and unvalued at that point in time. And I remember.
Are you kidding me? Because the trash is overfull?
No. I know what this is. She has a hormonal imbalance. She's going to go into early menopause soon. And I'm dead serious. That's what that is. Because I guarantee you she throws shit when she gets mad. She breaks glasses and stuff, plates, something like that.
You think?
I bet you. No, she's giving me the explosive anger vibes. Like she right here having this conversation is on the very edge of her control, just thinking about the fact that she felt a certain way before. It has nothing to do with what has actually taken place or anything that's actually occurred, and everything to do with that she is so freaking comfortable in her life that she has to manufacture stress and anxiety in order to be a victim. Of course she doesn't work.
I remember texting my husband being like, what happened? Like, why didn't you do this?
Yeah, I told her I was running late for work. Big mistake. So today I took a sick day off work just to get ahead of the chores. And I mean, that's okay. I can just go to work when I'm sick. I always feel more relaxed there anyway.
She heavily criticized you.
Yeah, I used to work with guys like that went to work to get away from their wives. Like homie swore up and down the whole reason he had a job that worked freaking 16 hours a day was so he didn't have to deal with his screaming ass wife. I'm like, why would you say to somebody like that? Why?
I know.
You stick around. Well, what else am I supposed to do? I'm like, fucking go home, get your truck and leave, bro. Like, I don't know. Do you enjoy it? No, I hate that fucking bitch. I'm like, what the fuck, dude? What are you doing to yourself? Stop it. Get some help.
Right.
Improving your relationship.
Yeah, she's never brought one up, so I don't think there's anything there. When she gets home, she gets a UV light out. If she finds anything, to start over.
Where is she right now?
Oh, she's at brunch with friends. Then she's going to the spa. The sound of me cleaning and vacuuming is just too much for her.
Oh my God.
Yes, get out of the house. But after I get the upstairs done, pick up the kids and make dinner, then she'll come home.
And I felt so frustrated. And I remember thinking, what's the point? What's the point of doing this with someone else? I might as well just do it alone.
Turns out she's bluffing on that. She got me this bad boy for my birthday.
I love this dude. This dude is great. He's great. Oh, Lord.
What else? I might as well just do it alone.
Turns out she's bluffing. She got me this bad boy for my birthday. It's pretty good. Well, she had me go pick it up, and I paid for it. But I like it.
Do you think if she did leave you, then she realize all the things that you actually do?
Oh, no. She told me her life would be easier without me, that I'm lucky she stays.
But we've been raised in a society that tells men and women who they should be in marriages and what it looks like to be a good mom versus a good dad. And we know the bar for moms is way up here and the bar for dads is way down here.
Yeah, I really endorse the idea of men and women listening to her marriage advice in that video.
What?
Yeah, no, she's doing a TikTok thing though, man. Like, bro, that woman come home alone one day. Like, try to call me and find my cell phone ringing next to the bed. No note, no nothing. Just
How many days is she putting out or not putting out? I don't know.
yeah, right.
Video brings out a lot of joy.
I'm lucky, and I say lucky because I have a partner who I know loves me and wants me to be happy and was willing and able to change.
No, I'm the lucky one. As long as I stay coachable to change who and how I am to meet her expectations, then she can be happy.
And so we did the work to figure out what equity looked like in our relationship. And I can tell you now, 3 years later, that we are happier than ever.
She's right. We did the hard work of her pointing out all my shortcomings.
Oh my God, it's so on the nose though. It's so on the nose. Oh God.
Izzy Pop.
Izzy Pop.
Oh, look, Peace Dynamo said the camera person was in the dryer reflection. You missed it. Usually you catch something like that.
Yes, true, but I was laughing at him.
AKA honored and not be taken advantage of. And now we've grown to a point where she tells me we're happy.
How do you think she would react if you posted a video criticizing her on the internet?
Oh, she'd leave me in a heartbeat. We decided that equity in our relationship.
Equity. Ladies and gentlemen, if anyone starts talking to you about equity, it's because they want to take something from you.
Yeah.
That's exactly what it is, because they wouldn't bring it up if they could just take it from you. They have to explain why you've got to give it to them so that they don't have to go to jail for taking it.
Means it's better if I don't even criticize her in private. Oh, looks like she caused a scene at brunch and the manager threw her out. I gotta go pick her up. She got a little too tipsy to drive. I need to have an apology ready for her.
Why?
Well, usually when she gets hammered during the day, it's because I made her drink because I didn't make her feel fully seen and appreciated.
Oh my God.
Look what you made me do. Oh my God, that is what every abuser ever has said, always, forever. Forever.
For the amazing woman she is. I couldn't be happier. Seriously. Yep. Yeah, I'm walking out the door right now. Oh, I'm so sorry. I'll promise to do better next time. If you desire to feel like a miserable piece of crap.
Nice. That's lovely. Are we going to listen to this guy's ad?
No.
Okay. Hey. All right. So this guy. Colorado cop slams handcuffed man on his face, breaking his face, bro. Like, they smucked him up. This is what's the freaking channel? We've covered the channel before. Don Andre Investigations. Actually, this is the first time on the show. Pretty sure I've seen him before though. Yeah, check this out. Apparently some cops got their dander up, went a little too far, and now the homie's going to get paid. This is a pretty long video. I might speed it up. I haven't decided yet. What do you think?
We'll see.
Hey everyone, my name is Don Andre. Back in 2022, I posted a video titled Colorado Cop Slams Handcuffed Man on His Face, breaking his neck and paralyzing him. That video went viral. It's still the most viewed video on my channel, with over 2.4 million views. Today I'm revisiting Donovan Duran's story, not just to talk about what happened, but because Donovan urgently
Man, I
needs our
looked
help.
all over the place trying to find this dude's last name, and I couldn't figure it out. Donovan Duran. Damn. I really was.
Now you know.
No,
If you're already
and
familiar
knowing
with this
is half the
case
battle.
and want to jump straight to the latest update, I'll leave timestamps below so you can skip ahead. But I
might do that.
encourage you, if you can, to watch the full video. Hear Donovan's full story.
Because I'm a
Understand
YouTuber and
why
I
this
get paid
moment
by that
matters
shit.
so much. When I recently sat down with Donovan to interview him, it was clear. He's strong, he's brave, but he's hurting. And without help, his health is rapidly declining. That's why
John
I'm
dropped a link
asking to stand with him
Oh,
today.
cool.
We're launching a GoFundMe to raise
you.
emergency funds for Donovan's medical care, therapy, and essential living expenses. He can't do this alone, and frankly, he shouldn't have to. Please watch
I
the
don't
rest of
want to
this
grow
video.
up. I'm a
Please hear
special ed
Donovan's
kid.
story, and if you can, please donate. Every single dollar will go directly to rebuilding a life that never should have been broken in the first place.
In the first
Thank you.
place. You're welcome. That wasn't exactly an ad, so I let it go.
Viewer discretion is advised.
It's because we're all savages. So all of y'all who are the children, get out.
Boom, perfect timing.
Yeah, I like that guy.
I like the music.
Hold on a second. Anybody else having an issue with this?
Are you? Why is it so redacted?
Why are you eating donuts?
I'm not. I'm eating mac and cheese and sausage.
Stir it up for me.
Because Toe loves me.
Because you can't live on just air. No. Macaroni and cheese. Is it that cheesy ass stuff that you do in the microwave, or did he actually turn on a stove?
No, he turned on the stove.
I'm proud of you, sir. Good man.
He cooks when I ask him.
Okay, so this is what we have released from this is Vincent Fraker and reported drunk by out Donovan Duran be handcuffed, slamming C5, C7 vertebrae, him to a stretcher.
It's not funny, but I mean the redaction of it
Future
is
police
ridiculous.
of Dr. College Wild Police Department. That's it. That's all we got out of this. So transparency. La Junta.
I'm totally satisfied with my mac and cheese.
Vincent Fraker and Officer John McMillan of the La Junta Police Department
Is that coming in
Colorado.
hot, or is it just me?
No, it's coming in hot.
Okay. Let's use that shit right the fuck up.
Were dispatched to a residence on a report of a disorderly party. Edward Duran had reported his son, Donovan Duran, as drunk and disorderly. In the video, Donovan is shown willingly being handcuffed and put in a police cruiser. But later footage of the incident shows the officers pulling Mr. Duran out of the police cruiser and slamming him on his head.
Shit ain't right.
Hi, my name is Donovan Edward Julian Duran Sr. I'm 30 years old. I was born April 22nd, 1991 in La Junta.
What's with all the hats?
I'm 30 years old. I was born April.
They're hot people.
Curious George, the curious little monkey. And then came the man in the yellow hat.
April 22nd, 1991 in La Junta, Colorado. I lived at my grandfather's house. It was roughly 2.5 blocks away from my father's house, Edward Duran. That day I was drinking pretty heavily. I had a whole gallon of Skull vodka. So at the time I was...
That man is serious.
Mm-hmm.
That is a dude.
I had a whole gallon of
whole
vodka.
gallon.
So at the time I was under a lot of depression. So I remember having a run-in with the cops. I went to my father's house, and that day I was kind of I guess I was kind of harassing. I was being kind of violent that day. So my father, Edward Duran, he called the police on me. So the police went and they checked me out. I kept telling them I was at my grandfather's house, and it was on the police body cam, as you know, the audience will be able to see. I kept telling the cops, please, take me. I kept putting my hands behind my back, telling them, just take me to jail. Just take me to jail. Come on. And Officer Fraker, he said, no, Donovan, we don't want to do this at that time. I kept telling him, come on, just take me. No, Donovan, we don't want to. And I really wish they would have taken me to jail.
Good to see you again, man. I said good to see you again. Take it easy.
Yep. Go ahead, guys.
Ah, man.
Go ahead. What's going on, dude? You tell me what's going on. I don't know. Go ahead. It's all right.
Oh, man.
You guys go ahead. Go ahead.
If Fraker didn't put you in cuffs, man, right now, there's no reason right now. We're not going to do anything. Yeah, we're not going to do anything right now, man. Yeah, we're not going to do anything.
Does he seem disorderly?
No.
Okay.
I mean, he's begging for them to take him.
He seems to be doing pretty good for a guy who's drinking on a gallon
away.
of freaking Skull. Bro. You know what type of liver damage that is?
That's crazy.
I got to be on a good 5 or 6 day bender before I'm working up to drinking vodka. But if I get to drink, if you ever see me drinking vodka, just pray.
I know. I got alcohol poisoning off that shit. Fuck that.
Dude. Yeah. Oh, yeah.
From my father's house. At that time, they told me, Donovan, get on your knees, put your hand behind your back of your head, which I followed all the commands that the police gave me. I got on my knees, I put my hands behind my head. They told me, back up, you're going to jail. I said, okay. I walked backwards. They put me in handcuffs. They wanted to, get me checked out. So they took me to the hospital.
All right. So, wait. We're not going to hook you up. Put me in cuffs. No. Put me in cuffs. No. They walk away. Hey, stop. Get on your knees. Put your hands behind your... That's weird. What kind of weird BS is this? What is... Is there something here that I'm unaware of? I kind of
feel like I'm missing where the switch happened, right?
Right. Like something happened that we didn't get to see because they're just standing around being cool. We're not going to arrest you. Suddenly you're under arrest. I feel like there's something missing.
Hey there, okay?
Colorado.
Yeah, see where they are, right? There you go. Walk right. All right. Oh, before you get in, hold on, man. Give me pockets to soon focus, but.
Yeah, it's fixing to cut away. They're not going to let us see what actually happens to him.
What'd you do with that handcuff key you showed me? Let's go back. You got it. Watch out. Step in.
Okay, we're in the car.
Feel the foot up there.
We're all good.
Need help? Do you need help? Yes, sir. No? You need help? Nope. There you go.
He is eyeballing that other cop pretty hard. Although he's not tense. It doesn't look like he's resisting or anything. All right, he's buckled.
Okay.
I'm gonna go with him to get his medication. At the hospital, they told me to get out, and at that time, I remember I was so intoxicated. I don't know what got through my head, what I was thinking, but I tried to slip my cuffs. If the audience don't know what that means, it's kind of like put my cuffs in front of me, and I don't know why I was thinking of doing that. I always thought like, cause I was so talented, and I always thought I could just be like,
the power meanie.
Like, you know, I got my handcuffs in front of me, but I know I shouldn't have done that, which I tried to do that. So they threw me out of the cop car onto my face, which broke my it's called a C6, C7 vertebrae. They drugged me, as you can see on the video. They drugged me, and I was laying down and I was crying. I was crying so bad, and they said, "Donovan, get up." Officer Fraker said, "Donovan, get up," and I told him, I can't. And so they drugged me. They finally got wheelchair, put me in the wheelchair, and they threw me back, and I was kind of dangling because my neck was already broken.
I hate all of it. I hate everything about it. Everything.
You can't do that.
Oh my God.
Down.
Oh my god, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god. Holy crap. Holy crap.
It's harsh. That is harsh.
Yeah. That one turned my tummy.
Yes, sir. Yes,
My
sir.
mac and cheese is turning. Oh my god.
I say you love Toe, but you hate me now, right? Oh, I feel traumatized. Jesus, monkeys. I need to put that on a t-shirt, don't I? Jesus, monkeys.
Mm-hmm.
I stopped. Put your hands back. I stopped. Stand up. I can't. All right, come down. Sit down. Stand up. I stopped. We're not doing anything, Donovan.
Wash the other cop's hands. What was that?
Him counting. Yeah, but why?
To baby? Okay.
Donovan, stand up. Come on, Donovan.
Al, you can see the bruise on his neck.
That's what I was about to say.
Oh,
You can
fuck.
see it appearing. Like, bro.
Oh, no. Well, I have to speed this up. Cringe. Cringe. Cringe.
Yeah, Donovan.
Such
Stand up.
cringe. Oh, I hate everything about all of this. Every inch of it is freaking horrible. I hate it. I hate it all. I hate everything about it. Oh my God, it's so fucking good.
Oh my God.
Yeah. Mm. Mm. Mm.
They finally took me to a hospital room where there was a video. There was a room with a window. They took me in the window. They grabbed me. They threw me on the hospital bed. They got handcuffed. They handcuffed me to the hospital bed. They handcuffed me my other wrist. They handcuffed me to my my ankles. So I was like that with a broken neck. And I was just crying. I remember I was in so much agony and so much
Welcome
pain.
in,
I
Antioch
was
Jack.
thinking,
Appreciate
like,
you coming
is this
through.
really happening? Like, I was thinking, these people, like, I'm thinking I'm here at a hospital where they're supposed to save your life when a person is hurt. This is where people get saved and get help. I'm thinking, are these people really going to let me die here? And I'm thinking, this is a nightmare. I'm thinking this is such a nightmare.
Oh my God.
They just fucking manhandling his neck.
Look, he's pinching. That fucker's pinching. Like he's
We're gonna pick him up. We'll put the sideways on there.
Look, he is
Probably
applying
pooped himself.
pressure.
What's up, Exile boy? Welcome in, bud. This is one of the reasons I hate cops.
He's 24 years old, a martial arts fighter, and a father of 2. But now Donovan Duran can't feel anything below his waist and has lost the use of his hands.
I think about my 2 children. But I'm fighting.
Duran's wife says he has a rough
Bullshit,
past.
John.
No one deserves this mistreatment.
According to hospital records released by Mr. Duran's attorney, the officers ordered Mr.
This particular cop with his Vulcan death grip just happens to be an expert chiropractor, and he fixed everything. It's so fucked up.
Duran to be restrained by his arms and legs to a stretcher. He was placed in an unstaffed room, and the officers left without explanation and without filing a report. There is also no record of the arrest.
There's surveillance footage and body camera video of the incident, but the CBI blocked Duran's lawyers from seeing that video, saying it isn't in the public's interest.
I just can't explain or figure out why they think it wouldn't serve the public
Patricia,
interest
welcome in.
unless
Exiled
they
one,
want to
welcome
protect
in.
public sensibilities. The public's got a right to know. The public.
Damn you! You didn't say bless you not once.
I didn't see you sneeze.
God, you all.
Bless you.
Needs to know if their police agencies are acting properly as they're supposed to serve and protect.
The video was released after a special
Patricia,
prosecutor failed to bring up charges against the officers after a grand jury investigation. Mr. Duran's attorney, Edward Lamena, had this to say about the incident, quote, "I am shocked and disturbed. As you can see, even from the beginning, he was not under arrest. He had committed no crimes. They were called so he could sober up," end quote. Mr. Duran's attorneys would eventually file a civil lawsuit against Officer Vincent Fraker in the city of La Junta in federal court. In 2017, Donovan Duran settled the lawsuit for an undisclosed amount. As for Sergeant Vincent Fraker and Officer John McMillan, they were placed on administrative leave, but there was no further discipline.
Hold on a second.
In other words,
I'm pretty sure this is all the information we didn't get earlier.
Yes.
What a dick.
2 Colorado cops responsible for paralyzing a man from the chest down were never charged with the crime.
That's crazy.
Yeah. I hate it.
Just the cops just threw me out so fast. My whole life was just torn to pieces. It's all I can think about.
24 million. That's serious. That's serious.
That's all?
Yeah, I know but still, it is fairly serious, Cheddar. All right, we got 20 minutes. I want to do another bit. The bit I showed you before, right? That you got mad at me because this wasn't included. This is the bonus clip.
And
stop it. We're not there yet.
Yes, make sure you drop it in the chat.
Yeah, we're gonna totally do that thing. So this is this chick here. She doing the thing with the video, and she needs to watch out if she's in New England because she fits the description of the victim. I'm just saying, she seems to be kind of a no nonsense kind of chick. I kind of dig. The longer I watched her and listened to her, the more. Oh wow, the more. Yeah, there we go. I kind of like her. But people, there is a non-zero segment of the population who would rather exist as babies or children. And so grown-ass adults out here who not only dress up as toddlers or babies and live their private lives, but have partners that help them. Now, what type of person do you reckon it is that does these kind of things? Are they well-balanced, high-functioning, well-adjusted individuals?
No.
Or are they the Fruit Loops you see at the bus stop with the pacifier in their mouth?
Trauma, baby trauma.
Maybe so, but you decide. How about that? Right.
My name is Phil, and I like to dress as a baby.
Is it still considered a midlife crisis if you're role-playing as a 2-year-old?
Being an adult baby makes me feel different ways.
Anytime that I want a story, he'll read it to me.
I can't be the only one that's noticed that the majority of these adult babies are one of two types of people, either grown-ass men over the age of 40 and younger women under the age of 25. Literally almost every single one. We're also going to get into how government loves to seize an opportunity like this. Watch until the end. I'll explain it all. Welcome.
She actually does do a pretty good job of explaining it at the end. We're probably not going to quite make it that far. We'll try.
To another psychological deep dive. So what is an adult baby? Adult babies are a type of age play.
Enjoys dressing up and acting like a baby, and it could be as young as, you want to be a 6-month-old, or you can go up to 2 or 3 years old. It's whatever that feels right for you. I associate most with being 2 years old.
That's not right.
It's the best of both worlds. You're young enough to still
How
be
was
able
it I
to
put
use a
it?
crib.
What did I say earlier? There's absolutely nothing illegal going on here. There's nothing wrong, except that I feel like it's so close to being wrong, it should be punished. And I don't know why I feel that way.
No,
I can give you a logical
there's no
extension.
punishment. Like, I mean, it's just
I
weird.
fucking like it.
I'm not gonna kink shame, right? And I do know that this works really good in therapy sessions, you know. But to
in a bottle and diapers and all that stuff, but you're also still old enough that you can get around on your own and talk and tell people what you want.
Some like wearing
this guy.
diapers, using pacifiers. I also found an entire genre of TikTok videos of people that like to do baby hauls. So like formula hauls, toy hauls. I even found one girl that was doing like a vegan baby formula mukbang. We're gonna try.
So,
What
unfortunate pause position.
in the world?
This is a vegan mukbang with formula, and so essentially, she's drinking a ground up bean powder. Essentially, right? I'm sure he has no problem with swallowing.
This vegan baby formula. Trying this, and then I'm giving it to my sister-in-law. She has babies. Got this for funsies.
Let's be clear, there are a lot of differences that are quite stark between these types of adult babies. The last girl is clearly, to me at least, it's doing a sexual fetish thing to likely appeal to her audience of men, which to me is more of like dress-up fetishy, like I said, rather than age play. Babies don't wear makeup.
Yeah, she was more sexual baby.
Yeah. Sure, she's a living doll type streamer where people
Right.
pay her to do things.
Right.
Anyway, I mean, all right, so it's creepy as fuck and fine, whatever. She's making bank. It is what it is. I don't know what to tell you. The issue I have is the things portrayed occurring in the age play. It's so close to being wrong.
Makeup. So we're not talking about that type of person here. I've already covered types like that in a past video. I will link that in the description below. Today we're diving into the majority of adult babies. Again, men over the age of 40, women under the age of 25. I mean, some people like this person are obviously just doing it for clout and fun and clicks, but the overwhelming majority of women under the age of 25 are like this.
Morning, you guys. Come make my bed with me. I take out most of the blankies and some of the plushies. Make this blankie all flat. Now I'm gonna put one blankie down before I put my plushies back in. I'm gonna put all my plushies in. Blankie down before
She has daddy issues or something.
How old do you reckon she is?
Well, we know she's under 25. Or
Okay.
25. She's got to be, I would say, early 20s.
So what do you reckon her trauma is? I'm seeing like mainline daddy issues. We've got the plethora of face tackle. We've got the choker. We've got the metal like dog tag type choker thing. She's got upper and lower. Are those eye piercings?
I don't know what they're called, but yeah.
Anyway,
27
and
piece dynamo
braces.
says 27.
With braces, adult braces. So, and we have, what's this down here? We have this a little tattoo in our midriff here. How special! What a distinguished gentleman. Check it out.
my plushies back in. I'm gonna put all my plushies in.
Plushies.
You know when you were a kid and you wanted like nothing more than that cool bed, like a bunk bed or one of those beds that was like shaped like a car? Or when I was a kid, I loved pretending to be a cat. I would wear socks on my hands and run throughout the house. Is this like the intersectional version of that? I don't think these people are hurting anybody by living like this, unless my tax dollars are paying for it. But I do question if it's hurting them. If this is a trauma response, I guess I'm okay with it. Heal from it in the way that best suits you. But I actually think it's a lot bigger of a problem than simply being trauma related. Because over and over and over, especially on TikTok, we're seeing this kind of childlike behavior from adults. And it's concerning.
Sue had another.
So, as a child, I was a velociraptor for an entire week.
Mm-hmm.
I just screeched at people and ran up and down the halls like a velociraptor. And after, like, I don't know, Thursday or whatever. So like Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, kind of nobody said nothing about it. Every time they'd ask me something, I'd go, yeah. So come Thursday, there was a parent teacher conference, and I kind of like loped in there like a velociraptor. I'd show you, man. It hurts so bad to do nowadays, but I got this velociraptor run that I do. It's so stupid. And I'd go like stalking.
Well, you'll have to film that one day.
Maybe. It's not the kind of thing a 200-pound man can get away with.
Well, I bet you could turn that into a short and freaking go viral.
Put me on a white bitch slapper, get about halfway in the river. But anyway, they were like, look, you know, my pops looked at me, he goes, God damn it, son, they're going to put you in a nut hatch if you don't start acting right. I said, oh, okay. I was just having a little fun with them. Went back to class, didn't act like a fucking velociraptor anymore. And I kind of regret folding so easily. I don't know why. I just feel like something was missed there. There were opportunities to trolls that were left unrealized. Okay, so I hate everything about this person. When this person dies in the future of natural causes, reincarnates as a worm, I will hate the worm. I just don't like any part of this. It's creepy.
Another gender adventure. I don't know how to explain this gender adventure I went on, but it was an adventure.
It's giving Dora the Gender Explorer.
Did you pick out your non-binary name yet? I have some ideas. Well, let me hear it. I was thinking maybe Sage or Leaf. Nature vibes, peaceful, grounding, or Dude or Leo. Your favorite Beatles song or your rising sign? Slay. Or Harris, because, you know, the future Madam President, you'd be in good company. Brittany Jessica James here? I don't go by that anymore. What do you prefer? Harris. It's Harris.
All right, so did homie just portray exactly the problem people have with this movement?
Mm-hmm.
It's not generally something people do themselves. It's something people do in groups, which is just weird.
Mm-hmm.
Harris. All right, Harris.
The reason that these types of videos worry me is because not only do they make gender and acting like a child look fun, but it seems to be adding to this overall no self-accountability, you know, of the next generation, of this generation. I actually think Jeffrey Marsh says the quiet part out loud here.
But I do preach to inner children and try to help them feel healed, even if they're, you know, in a 50-year-old's experience.
I mean, that's all well and good, but I don't think that's what's actually happening here. Because we keep seeing so many of these types, and so many of them are not healing and not digging deep into their trauma or whatever issues they might have. Instead, it's all become a game for them, men over the age of 40. There are two types: AGPs who are expressing a kink, and stressed out middle-aged men who are either going through a midlife crisis or simply just escaping reality. For those of you who haven't seen my video on AGPs, I'm going to remind you.
You see what I mean by her being of the type that might be subject to a certain serial killer that might be in New England.
Yes.
You get the same kind of vibes off of her that I got off a couple of those chicks, like real no nonsense, down to earth type, you know.
AGPs are men who are basically cross-dressers. They're sexually aroused at the thought of themselves being and seeing themselves as a woman. And in some cases, they even dress like little girls, which is like extra creepy, but it's actually helpful because it's one way to tell the difference between actual transsexuals and AGPs. Guess which one this person is?
Something totally unexpected that's starting to happen to me with the hormones is I think I'm starting to see value in men, and that seems scary to me because the reality is
I changed my mind. That other person is perfectly okay. I have no hate for them. I'm going to reserve all of my hate for this person. It's not because of anything I see here, except for that little eyebrow curl, that little.
What is it?
I don't know what it is. I don't know why it is. I want to know why, sir or madam, as the case may be. I don't care what you want to be called. I will call you that.
Why
Just to
is he
find
not
out
wearing
why.
a wig, man?
It's the receding hairline that bothers me. He's got pigtails and a receding hairline.
That's what I'm saying. Like who? I mean, no. That's scary. That's just scary. There is no come talk to me. That's scary. That's run the other way, motherfucker.
They're so easy to get, and I wouldn't know what to do with that if that became true. But I am actually starting to see value in them. They seem cute now. It must be the progesterone. I don't know, but I mean, I don't hate it. But I mean,
I don't know,
Scotty. It's because if I'm going to experience this trauma, I would like for you to experience it with me. I'm that type of dude. Now, hurt.
Ardent misandrist and feminist and blah blah burn that. Now suddenly it's like, wait a minute, they're not so terrible.
Non-human.
Hi friends. Today we're going to talk about something super important.
Like this one, like no.
What it means.
I had to go for a more flattering pause. So because there is one thing here I approve of. All right. So if you're going to do the transgender thing, if that's just where you're going with it, I don't have a problem with it. That's fine. You do you, boo boo, all day long. There is an attempt here made to be the thing that they purport to be.
Yeah.
This
would say, ma'am.
This is drugs. This is not an attempt to be the thing that they want themselves to be, and this is right. This person is making an effort to be the thing,
right?
And I can respect that,
right?
Okay, like I have no issue with that. That's fine. This gets respect. This should get help, right?
Yes.
Oh, my bad. I went too far. You've gone too far.
Hi, friends. Today we're going to talk about something super important. What it means to be transgender. It's a big word, but I promise that it's easy to understand.
And this one?
It's not sexual at all. It's a feeling of being safe, something I didn't have when I was growing up.
No, I can't
And
respect
being
this
an
in the
adult baby
least.
became my way of coping with the world and my own problems.
Plenty of people turn a room
Wait
into
a second.
nursery.
Hold on.
But Stanley
He recognizes he has problems and that this is an escapism mechanism. No. There's actually groundwork that can be. Welcome in, Tag. I can't explain it at all. I think I was fixing to try to, but I'm not even.
No.
transformed his entire apartment into a playground.
Entire apartment.
Have their partners.
I mean, if you got it like that, I got a buddy of mine. He's an avowed bachelor. I always waited for him to be picked up being a serial killer, but it never happened. Nicest guy you ever met. You know, that type of dude. He'll help you move without asking, right? Like, you didn't tell him you were moving. He just showed up. Was like, oh, you need help. We're doing it, right? It's one of those guys. You go to this dude's apartment, which he has moved like 3 times in the past 10 years because he needed more space for his collections. There's probably $2 million worth of collectibles in that dude's apartment. It's like going into a museum. It's like everything ever that was valuable, collectible, he's got bits and pieces of it just laying around. It's wild.
Even in on the situation, taking care of them.
I actually enjoy running around after Phil. We've never had kids of our own, and we don't plan to. So it's kind of like being a parent, but without the pain of giving birth.
I personally think that age play adds a whole new dimension to our relationship. It makes us stronger. We love each other more. We bond together. I just hope that people can leave us to live our lives the way we want to live them.
Okay. But if you want people to
If
leave,
you put it on display.
exactly. If you want people to leave you to live your life the way you wish, then don't broadcast it to the world and then try to tell us we're weirdos for pointing and laughing. Like, I wasn't planning on watching this today, but here we are. You made it happen.
I actually agree with that. A classic libertarian stance. If it's not hurting yourself or others, I'm basically fine with it. But as the title of this video states, there are, in my opinion, much deeper rooted issues here at play. The truth is, there is much desire for this type of life. Think about it. This podcast actually nailed it.
Can you imagine coming in from work one day and just someone being like, "Hey, you, it's time for bed. Your dinner is on the table and I've already drawn you a bath. Come on. Soon it'll be 7:15. Come on, in you get. In you get. Do you want some toys? Do you want a story? Do you want some toys?" That's like wasted on babies.
A few reasons I think this is all happening.
She is so darling doing that.
Soon it'll be 7:15. Come on, in you get. In you get. Do you want some toys? Do you want a story? Do you want some toys?
Will you talk to me like that? Can you do that?
No.
You can't, can you?
No, I can't. I can't.
Damn.
That's like wasted on babies.
A few reasons I think this is all happening. Number one, some of these people's parents never forced them to grow up. They were/are being coddled, pun intended. As I say, it's the participation trophy generation. You're perfect the way you are. No need to change. I love you. Everything is valid. Everything you do, everything you say. Number two, straight and gay men alike tend to have a taste for younger people in general. Regardless whether it's genetics or, cultural programming, it's a real thing. Number three, it is quite possibly a kids can consent issue. PDF files are becoming way more outspoken. And maybe they're thinking, hey, is this the way to make actual kids more accessible? Number four, I am curious to see who the overwhelming majority of these people voted for. Aiden said Dems have been infantilizing their followers for decades. Learned/taught helplessness. We already know that
Elite. Yes, sir.
Democrats and leftists love being dependent on baby daddy government. They are taught to be oppressed and victims and helpless, and their behavior is rewarded in the form of oppression points, welfare checks, DEI hires.
I just have to worry about things that children worry about.
Let's do a test, okay? Is this something the government or a parent would say? We know what's best for you. Stay home. You're safe here. Be home at 8. You're not allowed to say that. All of these can be both. And of course, some of the things that both government and parents provide are.
All right. I still feel like there's something dead in this woman's soul. Like doing this piece actually harmed her psyche so deep that you can see the pain in her eyes. It didn't start until right about here. Like up here, she looks like she's looking forward to doing a good video, and then this happened, and now she's got that deer in the headlights look. Like, she's seen some things that she didn't put in the video. What's up, Rashu? Welcome in, brother.
Are important, right? Like, obviously. For example, setting rules, which helps create safety among communities or in the family unit, speed limits, drinking age, that kind of thing. Basic needs, human rights. Both the government and parents should provide food, housing, and education. Protection, right? Laws against physical violence against other people, policing and fire safety forces, protecting your kid from a potential threat. This is things both parents and government.
Right. No, I would not give this chick the least bit of freaking problem. If I ran into her grocery store, I felt like she's a total, like, we'd be able to get along. We'd bump carts or whatever. One of us would apologize. The other one would apologize more, that kind of crap. I don't get the impression that I want to, like, meet her in a dark alley. I feel like she might put me on my knees and two behind the ear. Like he says, a Soprano's wife, Mr. No Fly Zone.
Mr. No Fly Zone.
Government should do guiding good behavior. Like parents, the government can also encourage good morals with things like tax breaks and discourage bad behavior by taxing things like cigarettes.
Is that Jersey?
Really messy, though.
What is that accent? That Jersey?
Jersey? Got a quarter for the water for my daughter's dog.
Yeah.
I don't know. Yeah.
Yeah. No, that's Jersey. This ain't Jersey. This is
Whatever.
South Boston. South Boston.
South Boston. I don't know.
Governments run public education systems, and we know.
Or is that Brooklyn? What in the hell am I hearing here? It's like the greater New York accent, not a particular word. That's weird. Can somebody peg that one down for me? What accent is that? Where's she from? Go, my little artists. Run.
extreme amount of college professors are Democrats or leftists. If Democrats are in charge, why wouldn't they do their very best to keep people more dependent on them and teach them how to do exactly that? Create more power for themselves. Look at the most annoying, helpless, unlikable people at the moment. Who are they? College students. And guess what? When we allow the government to us, expect more surveillance, censorship.
She's right. They're the most opinionated with the least experience. They're the ones that scream the most but do the least.
Mm-hmm. Free speech issues, which actually winds up leading to misinformation just only on one side. Look at this meme. 18-year-olds after 13 years of government education can't grow food, can't think for themselves, can't build a house, work on a car, can't raise animals, economically illiterate, historically misinformed, no idea how our bodies work, and no clue about healthy.
Amen.
And boy, that's true. And it's sad. It really is. I want people to be better and do better. Do better, as the liberals, the leftists say. I should say liberal, but I'm a liberal. Classic liberal. Let me know what you guys think in the comments.
Right. She seems fairly level-headed. And that's what I was saying about Donald Trump the whole way through the freaking election. Homie ran on a mid-90s liberal platform as a conservative Republican. And that, my friends, is the funniest joke of all. You got to do that thing. Put your fucking camera on.
No. All right, guys. It's that time. Thank you for chilling in the Naughty Corner Tuesday nights. Yeah.
Give me the money. Give me the money. Okay?
3, 2, 1.
And here we go.
On my own, here we go.
If you're looking for the guilty, you need only look into a mirror.
The communists declared that the real differences among our people constituted the weakest and most vulnerable point in our social fabric.
It's MAGA country.
This is no hoax, ladies and gentlemen. I urge you to run for your lives while you can. We're not making this up just so we can take over the world.
The old dinosaur media isn't dying, it's dead. We are the new media.
This is our world now. Lay down and die.
Peace was never an option. So if we don't step up and win this culture war, then who the fuck will?
Let's wake the fuck up! We're gonna get naked.
No. I'm locked in here with you.
You're locked in here with me.
That's what you've been waiting for. Be the one we need.
Do not come.
I'm gonna come.
Global industrial complex.
Yep.
Uniparty.
Do I really look like a guy with a plan?
The point is to destroy Western civilization from within using Maoist technique. So therefore you have to vote for me.
I don't know. This is probably the dumbest thing I've ever heard.
Woke is Marxism, evolved to attack the West.
3,